it's Michelle Breton with Stamping with Michelle, and I'm very excited to share with you my very first video. I'm going to be showing you a card that we did at my stamp club this month with using the reflection technique. And here is the card. The reflection technique takes a stamped image and then you reverse it so that it looks like a reflection, kind of like in a lake or whenever you're out and you see a reflection in nature. So let's make this card. I'm going to start with a small piece of white naturals cardstock, and I'm using the starfish, and this is from the By the Seashore stamp set. And a little hint, I've had some of my customers having trouble trying to figure out which direction to stamp this starfish, and if you look really closely, there are words printed on that image, and I actually just noticed that. I wish I had noticed that when I was teaching this in my classes and in my club. But that will help you to stamp this correctly. So we're going to ink the starfish up in the early espresso ink, and then we're going to stamp it straight down onto our white naturals cardstock, and then we're going to re-ink it. And now I'm going to bring in a small cellophane bag, and we're going to stamp this image on the cellophane bag and use that to transfer the ink to create the reflection. So we're going to stamp this now onto our cello bag. Press nice and firmly so you transfer all of that ink. Now we'll bring our cardstock back in, and we're going to flip this upside down so it's the reverse image, and I'm going to line it right up and then just press nice and firmly down onto the cardstock to transfer that ink. And when you lift it up, you have a nice little reflection. It's going to be a little bit lighter, and that's okay. It is a reflection after all. Now in my original card, I had, and I'll bring that back in for you, I had the illusion of some water. So I'm going to show you how I did that. We're going to use our pool party marker with the fine tip end, and I'm just going to draw a few little lines here. And then I'm going to bring in my pool party ink pad, and this happens when you squeeze your ink pad, you end up with ink on the surface of the lid, and that is the ink that we're going to use to watercolor with this. And my favorite tool is to use an aqua painter. So we're going to come in and pick up some of this ink and make it kind of wet. And I've got a little piece of scrap paper here. I'm actually going to test this. I don't want it to be real dark. So yeah, I think that'll be good. And then we're just going to come in here and add a little bit of water. And there we have it. Now I have actually pre-layered this, and I have it layered onto some early espresso and then another layer with the crumb cake. And we are going to take and attach that to a piece of pool party cardstock, and I ran this through my Big Shot, and I used the Fancy Fan embossing folder, and we will attach that right to the card there. And finally we can attach this to our crumb cake cardstock. I'd already added the adhesive here to make this go a little bit quicker, and there you go. You've got a great reflection card technique. You can order any of these supplies on my website and go to my blog for a link to my store, and that again is www.michellebreton.com, and you can have any of these orders shipped right to your door. Thank you. We'll see you soon.